Hello, I'm Julia Stefani from English Education Program Study. In this video, I'll tell a story about Bujang Beji for extensive reading final exam assignment. Once upon a time, there lived two wiser men named Bujang Beji and Temenggung Marubaya. The two people have very opposite characteristics. Temenggung Marubaya is a kind and not arrogant person. Meanwhile, Bujang Beji is a powerful person but greedy and arrogant. When looking for fish, both have their own territory. Temenggung Marubaya look for fish in the Simpang Melawi River, while Bujang Beji in the Simpang Kapuas River. The Simpang Melawi River area has many types of fish, more than the fish in the Simpang Kapuas River. Therefore, Temenggung Marubaya's catch are always more than Bujang Beji's. Seeing Temenggung Marubaya catch, Bujang Beji felt jealous. Then he poisoned the fish in his pond with tuba, which is a kind of forest plant root. At first, he caught more fish than Temenggung Marubaya caught. However, because the method used was to kill the fish with poison, over time their number decreased. Meanwhile, Temenggung Marubaya still gets a lot of catch, considering he only takes large fish, while the small one will return to the river until they become big first. This made Bujang Beji's jealousy even more volatile, to the point that it paralyzed all of his common sense. Bujang Beji intended to use the top of Bukit Batu in Nangasilat to clog the Melawi River so that all the fish would settle there. With his supernatural powers, he cut the top of the rock hill and carried it using 7 leaves of thatch. When he was carrying the rock, suddenly he heard the voice of girl laughing at him. They are goddesses in the land of heaven. When he reached the junction between Kapuas and Melawi, Bujang Beji looked up to see who was laughing at him. Accidentally, his foot stepped on a poisonous thorn, so he jumped and screamed in pain. As a result, the 7 leaves of the wheat he was wearing were cut off. The top of the rock hill fell into a river. Bujang Beji's attempt to close the Melawi River failed. He became very angry at the heavenly goddesses who laughed at him. Bujang Beji's planned to reach heaven by using a giant wooden tree, the tip of which rise to the sky. Before climbing a giant tree, Bujang Beji performed a ritual. He did this by giving offering to the spirit and all the animals so that they don't interfere with their effort to reach the heavenly land. But apparently, there are 2 types of animals that forget to give offering, namely termites and bear. The 2 of them became furious and negotiated to thwart Bujang Beji's business. When Bujang Beji started climbing the Kupang Mambu tree, a group of termites and bears gnawed at the tree until it broke. He crashed into the ground and died instantly. Thus, Bujang Beji's attempt to harm the heavenly goddesses failed, and Temenggung Marubaya was spared from his evil intention. The moral of the story is, stay away from jealousy, because in the end it will hurt yourself. Okay, I think that's all the Bujang Beji story that I tell to you guys. I hope you guys enjoy with the story. The story is from West Borneo, in Sintang, and this story is for my extensive reading final exam assignment. Thank you for watching this video and see you in the next video, guys.